So I guess we'll start this off by saying I'm a little bit early, but judging by the time here, I'm only like 2 minutes off from what I said I was going to be. I guess this is a chance more for me to say some shit than actually have a discussion. But of course, if people do pop up, stick around for a little while and see what questions I can answer. I guess this is more recently about, channel expansion and reaching out to more people who are going to fucking talk shit and hate, for whatever reason. So, I want to say that I really don't think that it's too much that people knew. I think the people who don't like my shit, they don't really stay. I still think the majority of the viewership that I have isn't from people that are subs to the channel, but people that are just passing through. If I were to really go through and watch individual analytics, I wouldn't be surprised if like average watch time for almost all my videos is just like a minute or so into it before people just they bounce because they don't like what they're seeing or hearing. So with that being said, I gotta realize that most of the fucking people that are coming through talking shit are people who have been here for a while, been watching my shit, decided that they wanted to put out their negative opinion or just be contradictory and didn't like the fact that I was coming down on them. I don't care how long I've known you. Like for the real life friends of mine, they'll go to say that too. Even my fucking wife will tell you. Doesn't matter how much I know you or how much I care about you or anything like that. If you want to butt heads, you want to go ahead. I'm not going to pull my opinion back to make anybody feel better or about what they're saying or their opinion or whatever. Now, I imagine that a lot of people's opinions do differ from mine, and that's fine. I don't care. You don't have to watch. But one thing that's been consistent that I've been noticing is that most of the people that come in here and like they would try to smear what I'm doing here on the channel or smear me, you can see that they know enough about what I've been saying here on the channel that they have been around for a while. But then if you really look at what they're saying and you have been around for a while, they're taking liberties and straight up just making up bullshit to try and, smear some dislike. So what would be great is for people or for current viewers who may eventually hate me for something I say to them, that if you're at least going to talk shit, find some real shit to talk shit about. I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just talking about what's going on. Addressing this whole week me not fucking being here. There wasn't any real particular reason. It wasn't so much that I didn't, want to do anything. It was mainly just because of the fact that I think my wife had a couple of days off from work that she normally wouldn't have. And if my wife is at home and we're fucking both in the bed together, it kind of like kills my motivation to get out of bed. I tend to sleep a lot longer than I normally would. A lot of times when you guys see me filming in the morning or whatnot, you're getting a video uploaded at 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning if you're in my time zone. That's because I've been up since 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. I've had plenty of time to get myself awake and all that stuff. It's extremely rare that I go straight from bed to computer to film a video unless it's like a whole bunch of people have been asking me a question and I have a direct response for it. So, yeah, so it's just kind of like 1 day off turned into 2 days off, turned into 3 days off, turned into 4 days off, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that's the week. The week is just gone. But like I said, though, this is a long weekend for me. I might have some shit. I might not. A lot of times, another reason why I take a break is because if the stuff that I'm looking forward to doing, the stuff I'm doing ahead of me is, a bit of a challenge, meaning I'm actually have to do some work before I can put out some good shit, then that also tends to push me into lazy mode because, I got to do homework and research to make sure that what I'm saying is as close to true as possible before I put it out. Because despite what some fucking idiots think, I do like to fucking make sure I'm on point. And no, not all of my fucking research and shit is done on forums. Most of the times, I know, man. Most of the times most of the times it's first-hand knowledge or second-hand, as in it's from somebody I know who also builds engines that knows a lot of shit. When I go to forums and stuff, it's like that. It's for stuff that kind of, obscure because it's old topics or whatnot. And even then, I'm still making my own opinions based off everything I see, not just from what one person is saying or what I see on a forum. Yeah, what's up, Mike? How you doing, EJ1? I appreciate that, man. I'm just, guys, my phone is almost dead. I mean, I'm hooked into the charger here while I'm talking. But, it's Friday night, man. I don't really expect a lot of people to show up here. That being said, if you guys had a couple questions or whatnot and want us to got anything you want to talk about while I'm sitting here, I'm down for it. I do plan on getting back into the swing of things here. I really want to do the. I'm just talking right now about what's happened the past week with just a lot of controversy. The H22 playlist, the one that everybody begged for, it's got a lot of heat. But then again, it's got a lot of activity. So the more people that catch notice of this shit, the more people come in, the more chances you are to have an argument with people. So I'm just talking about potential future haters or whatnot, and just about getting back on schedule for next week. I'm trying to get myself motivated here to finish the Type R conversation. I'm still kind of hoping that with me dragging my feet, that a little bit more information will come out from first-hand drivers, from people buying the car. But I still don't see much of it. Yeah, every once in a while I'm seeing somebody post a Type R or whatnot. Yeah, I'm gonna by the time I finish the H22 video, I will have covered H22, H23, the blue top, the non-VTEC, the F20B blue top. I'll cover the F22 single cam lineup, the F23, and the F20C. I have at least 8 more videos to do to finish this playlist, and it's pretty daunting. It's a lot of shit to dig into, because the H and F series is the one thing that I can say that I do have first-hand experience, but I haven't dug into them as much as I have the D and the B series. So I'm really trying to make sure that I'm gathering as much information as I can to be as accurate as possible and to cover as much as I can think of before, I'm still, because same thing with the D series playlist, guys. Once I finish this shit, I don't want to go back and touch it again. It's going to be it. I'm going to put it on a fucking shelf, and I'm not going to fuck with it. And if anybody asks me anything, I'm just going to be like, go watch it. Because this has definitely been the most challenging of the series I've done so far on here. And I'm looking forward to having it behind me. Yeah, it's true, Mike. There's a Honda, I think North America is a whole different market from the rest of the fucking world when it comes to the car enthusiasts and what we want and what we like and expect here. And as Americans, we're like that go hard or go home type shit. And they got a Type R out here, and from based off what they said about the Civic Si being depowered because of longevity of the engine or whatnot, I think that they can't use that excuse for the Type R, and people are still upset that it's only a 300 horsepower car. And with that dealership markup, these cars are selling for $47,000, $50,000. So, well, Mike, what it's going to be is there's not going to be one Type R platform. I really think that Honda's going to tap into the Genesis platform, like what Genesis did in Hyundai. Where Genesis was a car in Hyundai, and then despite the kind of hate that some people gave it, it was popular enough, it sold well enough to where Genesis is now its own brand. So the Type R is going to probably wind up being similar to that, if not the same thing. I don't think that Honda is going to make a Type R division, but they have said that they are going to make a whole lineup of Type Rs. It'll be catering to whatever the fuck you want. Just like the fucking Challenger for Dodge, man. Just how many fucking packages does a Challenger have? It's like 6 different versions of that car. That's what Honda is saying they're going to do for the Type R. There's going to be a whole bunch of different platforms. And I will talk about that more in depth when I go into the Type R video. There's a good chance that video might be fucking 20, 30 minutes long, depending on me keeping my thoughts straight when I actually get into it. Yeah, everything seems to point at the fact that it does handle very well, but once again, Americans, we're not going to be just cool with just handling well. How much of it's really road race or course race? It's more like pickup races on the highway or drag strip. I had something in my head I was going to say. I lost it. Even the current Type R that we have now, is a redesign. It's got the same power plant, but it's a whole new car compared to what the shit that came out in 2015. And in 2015, they said that was the Type R we were going to get. But I think that, Honda tested the Type R platform out around the world first before, and then tested the new generation Civic in the United States to see how it was going to sell and see what enthusiasts were looking for before giving us the R here. And it's crazy, man. I was, like I said on Facebook the other day, guys, I was looking around at different dealerships. I finally found one in Miami that was selling one, and it was over $50,000. And one of them just popped up in a local Facebook group. Apparently there's a Type R in sale in Ashland right now, and it's selling for over $47,000. I'm just fucking, I just came back from work, and it's the beginning of a 4-day weekend for me, so I figured I'd pop in and say something, touch base with you guys. As far as you guys that have been here for a while that support me. Dude, that's cool as fuck, Mr. Yanni. That's fucking badass. Thanks for the shout out there. Yeah, that's a pretty badass fucking single cam. 600, 700 horsepower. What was he? Yeah, garage dude. The dealer markup is making the haters come out like crazy, man, like crazy. And I didn't believe him at first because there were so many people talking about $60,000 Type R. It's like, you motherfuckers are crazy. It's just selling for 34. And then I started searching, and when I searched, I found that $50,000 price list. It's like, God damn it. Oh, man. And I am definitely addressing this topic. And I fully 100% expect that that price range to drop to at least 40,000. And honestly, guys, for the last couple years, I was thinking the Type R was going to sell for 40,000. What's up, guys? I knew that was going to wind up happening. I was going to sell for at least 40 grand, and that's something I wanted to address there. I knew the markup was going to be at least that much. And the fact that it's 20 years, and technically, even, the first Type R, Civic Type, it is the first Civic Type R that we've ever had here, so the hype is going to be unreal. People are going to be searching. Hold on a second, guys. The Type R right now is selling on average between $47,000 and $50,000. What's up, Michael Morgan? Oh, hey, for you guys that are fucking maybe the old school GTR, maybe like R34, but definitely not the current GTR. Yeah, the current GTR sold originally, I think, 90,000 at the lowest, maybe. Anyway, like I was gonna say, fucking. Shout out to you guys that are following on Instagram, man. I want to definitely stay in touch with you guys. I've been seeing some interesting shit there. I think Instagram, honestly, or not Instagram, I'm sorry, fucking Snapchat. I think fucking Snapchats keep me more entertained recently than fucking, than all the other. So, hold on a second. Oh, yeah. I think, you could get a used GTR, like a first gen. And when I say first gen, I mean first gen as relevant to the modern day GTR. That first generation GTR, I think you can get them as low as $40K. And as much as the fact that I hate that they're not manual, I'd jump on that shit in a heartbeat if I had the credit for it. Or the fucking job for it. I had the job for it for a while. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so I think I done pretty much cover what I want to cover in the first 7 or so minutes of the video. If you guys got any questions or what's up or whatnot, now would be a time. Hit me up before I move on with the weekend. I am definitely gonna try and get the Type R out this weekend. I said it last weekend, but I'm serious this time. Honestly, Mr. Bryce, I don't differentiate too much for the cams. This is why I haven't done a cam video. I haven't gone brand to brand and done all kinds of research on cams, because in the end, you know, like, cams are great. And cams definitely are essential depending on your build that you're going. Either whenever you're trying to max out your build is when cams definitely come into play. Whether it be you're trying to max out the capabilities of NA or trying to max out the abilities of boost. Me, I like to sit right in the middle range where boost gets me, so I never have to fuck with cams. I basically just go with GSR cams because they're the best upgrade you can get for cheap. And I don't fuck with anything else after that. So as much as I would love to be able to dive into cam talk for you guys, I really don't see me doing it anytime soon. Like, I just don't want to go through the fucking different shit. And that if I start talking about cams, all I'm going to be talking about is based off what I can see on the internet, which is it's not going to be firsthand. I can't tell you the differences there. So you don't want to hear that kind of shit from me. You don't want to hear what the fuck I have to say if I don't know what I'm talking about. So as far as going for cams, man, like, if you're trying to do a yeah, I mean, a stock NA rebuild with GSR cams is fine, bro. You can break 200 horsepower on a B series without too much effort. It's you know, go back to that piston there, get some higher compression. Your pistons in your NA build are gonna be what's gonna really get you power. It's gonna get you more power over cams than cams straight up will. So, I mean, that's in my opinion. I mean, honestly, I think if you can break 200 horsepower in a B series, you're good. You know, that's decent power. If you want more power than 200 horsepower, then go boost. Because even if you get like the best fucking aftermarket cams out there, whichever brand that is, it's doubtful that you're gonna make more than 250 horsepower, and that's even with the E85 tune and a really aggressive. So, I think that if you really want to make some decent power in you can do a OEM Frankenstein and make 200 horsepower, or just go boost. Yeah, Lewis, that's definitely worth it. I mean, even if you keep a stock B18 block, if you do fucking a just straight up old school Frankenstein, just put a GSR head on it and do a tune with like a decent fuel pump and fuel injectors, you could potentially make upwards close to 200 horsepower. I think I've seen 180 horsepower out of stock LSVs plenty of times. 150 fucking horsepower with 12.3 to 1. What the fuck? Bryce, give me a little bit more info on your fucking setup here. Because honestly, dude, that sounds to me a whole lot like a tuning problem. What injectors? What's your fuel pump? And honestly, you know, like you guys, like I told you, I was gonna do another feature, like a bunch of feature videos. How you doing there, Mr. Carlos? Ah, man, nothing's really good. Not yet. Hopefully this weekend will be. It's gonna be a long one. Yeah, 12 something compression. You only make 150. That's ridiculous. I've seen fucking stock B20s make 150 horsepower. No, B16 head is not better. Go watch my compression calculator video. You'll see the difference between a B16 head and a GSR. GSR nets you more compression. How you doing, Jared? You there, Bryce? Waiting, man. I'm really curious. It really does sound like a tuner fault there, dude, because that's insane. 12.31 and you're making 154 horsepower. Crazy as fuck. GSR block B16A2 head. Well, you want to switch out heads definitely, because that B16 head is gonna lower your compression. GSR cam, different racing 12.31 comp pistons. Apparently. Yeah, got to find somebody with a big ass gun. Yeah, Bryce, that's a tuning issue, man. If you're rocking straight up 12.31 pistons, that's a tuning issue. Mr. Fourbanger, I made a video about high compression turbo. It's in the turbo list. shit, I could take a fucking retirement break for a fucking couple of months, and the people that I have subscribed right now would still have plenty of content. Oh, and this is another thing too, guys. I did mention this. I posted it on Facebook, so I know some of you guys saw it. Memory test. Okay. The thing is, like I said, there's a lot of videos where I've said inbox me, and I know that not everybody sees the newer videos first. Sometimes you stumble across one of my older videos. I'm like, inbox me. You don't hear the little things I add to it about doing the research and all that shit. Lewis, my friend, if you go watch my after build review, you'll see a little green hatch that made 450 horsepower. If you watch that little review, I mentioned that my friend, the same guy, wanted to push 500, or that he touched on 500 but had to dial it back down. Well, right now, he's claiming that he did 600 horsepower. Stock sleeves, pistons and rods only. Well, I'm not pistons and rods, I'm sorry, didn't have the vouchering. How you doing, Mr. Lance? It is Lance, right? So yeah, you can make 600 horsepower. If you do it on stock sleeves, I don't know how long it's gonna last though. That's what I told my homie too, man. Like, he's greedy for power, and he doesn't care if it goes pop. You know, I'm just, the only reason why I haven't officially told everybody about this guy and what his power levels are right now is because he hasn't fucking shown me paperwork to prove it. Let's see. $300 horsepower, lasting on stock internals. Well, Mr. Garage, I don't know if you haven't been watching very long, but I have made a video called How Much Power Stock Indefinitely, meaning how much horsepower the engine can make on an indefinite basis on stock internals. It's actually one of my most popular videos. It's at the very beginning of my Boost playlist. I talk about all that shit there. Mike remembers. Yeah, it's not bad. $400. Yep. Well, I guess it depends on which Type R pistons. If they're ITR, I wouldn't be that impressed. CTR though, that'd be nice. Although CTR might be way too high. Yeah, it's there. Like I said, it's 1221. Honestly, man, most of the questions I get, like 90% of the questions I get, are all about Boost, and I have a playlist just like the H20, just like the H series playlist. I have a playlist for turbo, and it really does cover just about everything you can think of to ask me about turbo. I haven't added anything to it for a long time, so that just goes. Yeah, well, fuck me if I'm lagging. The metal one. There's a couple aftermarket K-Series manifolds out there for a decent price. I haven't done enough research on them to see which one is the best gains, but I have a stock Type S manifold that I will use eventually when I do my K. EM2 for $500. Yeah, that's a good price for the tranny. As a matter of fact, I have a friend of my aunt that has an EM2 that he just blew up the other day. It's automatic. He was asking me about doing a auto to manual swap and a K swap in it, but he doesn't work, so I don't see how it's possible for him. But I definitely wouldn't mind making an offer to get that EM2 off his hands, because I would like to have another project car, even though I can't afford to finish my Integra. Piece of shit. Yeah, Lewis, B18 with CSS should do you like 800 horsepower. Most of their cars have been tested up to 800 horsepower, and they warranty to 500. So I would go with CSS if you want to do like a cylinder reinforcement. Mr. Garage there. I don't know. It seems like your name's familiar. You may have been commenting recently or whatnot, but it's like I've seen you before. 41 stock cat. Fuel water piping, stock injectors, fuel pump. Oh, well, Bryce, injectors in the fuel pump is definitely holding you the fuck back, so it might not be just the tune. Okay, well, okay, never mind. I shouldn't have spoke before I finished reading what she said. The injector duty cycle isn't close to being maxed. Well, you don't want to max your duty cycle on your injectors anyway. Well, I don't know, man. Your legend's really letting you down. There's no way that you should be making that low in numbers with that kind of compression. Yeah, I have worked on other engines. I did a fucking, a fire truck. The Cummins in one of those. I did one of those one time. I did an overhaul. I never want to do one of those engines again. Why? Because the fucking head has so much shit on it, man. It takes forever to put those engines back together. Okay. Yeah, one of your first upgrades when you're looking for more power should always be injectors and fuel pump. You got yourself a smoke machine, pull that shit out and put some new rings in there. Yay. And while you're at it, maybe you can do some modifications, bump that compression up, get some more power. Honestly, I really want to get back to my Integra, man, but fucking, I've just been, the last couple months have been rocking the shit out of me. My wife, like I told you guys recently, or within a month or so, when she started working, but she's only working part-time, and we both assumed that part-time was going to be at least 60 hours, but she's doing like 40 hours in 2 weeks, and so I'm still carrying the bulk of the load here, but she is looking for full-time. If we get full-time with her, then maybe I can start to focus on the Integra again, and we can get back into project shit other than just straight-up vlogs. Although I will admit that this is going to be the majority of what the channel is, unless I hit fucking, like, all kinds of money. And I don't mind, honestly, because I'm a lazy fucker, so this is good for me. And if you guys don't like it, then don't fucking watch. It's cool, I'm not going to be offended. Yeah, which goes back to what I said in the beginning of this video about people that have been hating recently are people who have been watching for a while and just got mad because I disagree with them on some shit. Your AC is not going to take that much power away from you, man. There's plenty of fast cars with AC. Your exhaust may be a little bit restrictive, but I don't think so for NA. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see my Integra too. The Integra's been one of my dream cars for a long time, and I've been sitting on one that I can't even fucking run. It's got a brand new fucking engine in it, and I can't even do anything with it right now. My B18 smokes, so I'm doing a case, or my B16 smokes, so I'm doing a case swap. That's fucking hilarious. Send me that fucking B16 donation. Cut the floor. Maybe in that one spot where the ship goes, you might have to. But other than that, nothing else on the floor has to be cut. Well, I'm lying. You might have to cut out the spot where the clutch pedal and shit hooks up to. But it might just be drilling it. I know that the spot there for that where the clutch and shit goes is already, it's like prefabbed. You just have to remove some stuff. There's a shout out video I'm gonna give for somebody that's a subscriber to the channel. Is EK Sedan 8 or some shit like that. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, he has a really good video on auto to manual. I think he's pretty good at it. Right now, Jared, the only thing I'm focused on is getting the hub bearings and the hubs, because if I can at least put the wheels back on the Integra, I can get it from out of the air and wheel it into my shop, and I can actually start working on it again. The whole reason why I dragged my feet on it for so long is because I wanted to do everything in one shot. But I will be okay with not putting brakes and calipers back on the front if I can just get it on all four wheels. It should cost me somewhere around like $80, I think, for bearings and hubs, maybe more. But I just can't do it right now. Sure. I mean, I don't mind doing fucking more live streams on a regular basis. I mean, as long as I got people out here talking, even if it's only a couple of you guys, I don't mind sticking around. If you've seen some of my live streams before, you know that I've gone for the. Yeah, boosted. I didn't know that. I've seen like some snippets of HSG. I did see one of his videos where he did make mention of the fact that his channel wasn't doing enough to do a lot more of the shit that people demanding. And it's true that you guys, I'm not saying you guys directly here, but a lot of you guys on YouTube, you know, I want this, I want to see this, I want to see that. But a lot of us are just like regular ass fucking dudes out here that happen to be decent behind a camera. And we have more knowledge than money to go around. And it's hard to keep up with, you know, giving you guys new shit, especially when you all want to see something different all the time. So I appreciate your appreciation for the channel. You know, as much as I get salty about the salty people that pass through here, I will say that the majority by far is good shit, and I appreciate that, guys, a lot. SR20 Nissans, VE, I'm not sure. But there was a couple of SR20s, like old school swapped sensors I saw back in the day, but not too many. And definitely not nowadays. I've never even been in a fast Nissan, honestly. Yeah. I'm just fucking, man, you know, so like, once again, a lot of you guys that have been with me long term have known that this past year for me has been a fucking roller coaster of crazy shit. Gone down and back up and fucking back down again, and you know, I may have to shit, bad connection here. I'm just gonna wait. I'll wait for the connection to come back. It may not. Well, anyway, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe this is recording and still save on YouTube or whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. My connection, it shouldn't be bad, but sometimes it is. Lewis, if you can hear me, what I would recommend if you're gonna do something like machine work for the first time on a head, I would suggest you grabbing something that you can afford. Like me, all my head project shit is on my LS heads. Why? Because I have 3 of them shits laying around, and they're like throwaway heads for me. um, hmm. Boosted, yeah, if you can hear me, yeah. I haven't. Fuck, I hope we're good for a little while here. As far as the B18 goes with internals and shit, I've never seen anything off the A that wouldn't fit on the B and vice versa. Honestly, bro, you have to go back and watch that again because I had to dig in my old buying shit to see if that was the right grid I had. I can't remember which one it is. Code names, I would love. Fucking internet connection. Well, if you can hear me, man, I very much want to do my K, Forge internal K, but it just depends on when I have the money to do it. Jesus, man. My fucking phone's a piece of shit, man. I had to the internet's being a fucking piece of shit at the house. I had to go off of my actual data for the mobile data and shit, which kind of fucking sucks for me because I have Straight Talk, and Straight Talk only has 12 gigs a fucking month, and I'm too fucking poor to switch back to fucking Boost Mobile, so I don't have any unlimited internet. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up, or I'm gonna burn through all my fucking data with the quickness. I'm going to repeat the answers I had because I'm not sure if you guys heard what I said earlier about the fucking the K20 thing. I do want to do a Forge K, but that is a long way off in the distance because I don't have the money for it. And when I do the K, it's going to be a straight K20. I don't have any urge to go out and do a hybrid because I'm going to boost and I know I'm going to make the power I want with the shit that I already have. Mannequin challenge. Was I frozen? As far as live stream go, I think maybe that'll help boost my mood back into making some shit. I'll probably do another live stream later on this weekend. I don't know when, so I'll probably just, yeah, alright, thanks. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it again, so I'm probably going to go soon. Just watch out this weekend, guys. Sometime during the afternoon, between the next couple of days, I'm going to attempt to do this again when my internet's working better. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. I'm on the mobile network, and it's still a bad connection, so I'm gonna try doing this again later on this weekend when my internet's not being a cunt. I wear women as a mask sometimes. Get what I'm saying? Alright, guys. It's always great talking to you guys, man. Fucking a mood booster upper. Just look out on Snapchat. Look out on Facebook. I'll let you guys know when I have the idea for a time for the next live stream. I don't have anything planned for this weekend as of yet. Nobody's asked me to do anything. So as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm just going to be sticking around the house. So keep an eye out. I'll be back in a day or so. Peace, guys. Thanks for coming in.